Hello and welcome to the channel. Election campaigns has officially started, although not all the major political parties has flagged off their campaigns yet. One of them that ours is the People's Democratic Party PDP, and its presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar has been speaking. Hear all of what he said at the party's campaign council inauguration in Abuja on V Media by subscribing to the channel, like, share, and comment also. Let's go. I can't win elections alone, Atiku tells aggrieved PDP leaders. The presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has flagged off his campaign with an appeal to all party members to join him in the task of seeking the mandate of Nigerians to rebuild the nation. Atiku made the appeal in his address to the 600 members of the 2023 PDP Presidential Campaign Council during their inauguration in Abuja yesterday. The PDP candidate said Nigeria was in such a bad state that it would require the support of all party members as well as Nigerians to achieve the daunting task of rebuilding the nation. Atiku said, even though this body is nominally styled Presidential Campaign Council, in reality it is a General Elections Council. Because of what use or benefit is a victory of the presidential candidate alone without a sweeping victory of all our other candidates at all of the elections taking place next year? He further said, so what is our task that we are gathered here today to undertake? It is beyond merely coming together to inaugurate a presidential campaign council. No, our task today is to come together to rescue and rebuild our beloved country, Nigeria. That is the end goal. It is existential to us as a nation, and it is a task that history beckons upon us all to grasp with both hands and undertake with vigor and zeal. While appealing for unity within the party, Atiku said, to rescue and rebuild our country, we must first take over the mantle of leadership from the party that has driven us into this mess. To do this, we must all be united in purpose and come together to fight and win all the elections slated for next year. Every single person who loves this country as I do is needed for the arduous tasks that face us ahead as a nation, and this includes every member of the PDP. And it is my fervent hope and prayer that every man and woman of goodwill would join hands with us to help rescue, rebuild, and reposition our beloved country, Nigeria. He noted that the day's event was not an ordinary one because it provided another opportunity for party members to consider the urgency of the task ahead. Atiku recalled that in May 2015, our great party, the People's Democratic Party, in an orderly, peaceful, and rancor-free manner, handed over the reins of government at the center to the opposition party, the APC, having lost the presidential elections a few months earlier. 4 years later, in 2019, and in spite of the drift, economic desolation, challenges of insecurity and massive dislocations to the lives of our citizens witnessed under the APC government in those years, and notwithstanding that our great party had put before the Nigerian people a demonstrably better plan for recovery and development of our nation, our party was once again schemed out in the elections held that year in the most devious manner. It is a testament to the patriotism, dedication to constitutionalism and law and order, and the unshakable belief in the rule of law and the supremacy of the courts in our land that our great party, the PDP, chose and pursued redress in the one and only way laid down by law, through the courts. Of course, you all know how that ended, so there is no need to bore you with details. He further stated that since the loss at the polls of 2019 till now, and under the watch of the current APC government, our dear country has witnessed a frightening descent into anarchy. Our nation is currently in the throes of a multi-dimensional crisis encompassing insecurity, economic meltdown, disunity, and mutual mistrust, to mention a few. To start with, the current government has failed at the very essence of what makes a government, the security of lives and property of its citizens. Our security challenges are legion, and I do not need to bore you by rehashing them here. Our economy is in shambles, growth has stagnated, and our people are facing massive existential challenges daily. Hunger is the norm today in our country. Our nation is in disarray. The fabric of unity that binds our country is today being torn apart by mutual distrust, ethnic and sectarian strife, and we are now more disunited than we have ever been in our history, including even when we fought a civil war. Our educational system is comatose. Nothing more underscores this than the twin embarrassing facts of the number of children that are currently out of school and the length of time that university students have been kept out of their classrooms this year as a result of the ASU strike. Our system of government is broken. Our current system is unfair, unwieldy, skewed towards favoring the federal government at the expense of the other federating units, and has in itself become a willing tool for underdevelopment. This kind of system of government is no longer suited to the challenges of a 21st century economy that works for everyone and that is needed to bring development closer to our people. Please ensure to subscribe to the channel, guys. Like, share, and comment too. Also, turn the notification bell on, please. Thank you. On his plans for Nigeria if PDP wins the elections, he said, "All hope is not lost. We have a plan to address these issues and to arrest the drift of our nation. These plans have been laid out in the document titled My Covenant with Nigerians. Our plans for Nigeria and Nigerians are as follows: to restore Nigeria's unity through equity, social justice, mutual collaboration, and consensus among our diverse peoples; to build a strong and effective democratic government where the safety and security of our people and their property is our primary and singularly most important responsibility; to establish a strong, resilient, inclusive, and prosperous economy that generates opportunity, jobs, and wealth while lifting the poor out of poverty; to encourage the adoption of a true federal system that provides where all the federating units are equal and has a fair and representative federal government that secures our borders, defends our people, and ensures national unity, whilst allowing the federating units to develop and grow in line priorities which they have set on their own; to redevelop, invest in, and strengthen our education system in order to provide its recipients with the education and skills needed to compete in the new global order driven by innovation, science, and technology, as well as to live healthy, productive, and meaningful lives. To undertake this task, the members of our party, the PDP, have graciously granted me the ticket to lead the party in next year's presidential elections with the singular mandate to come and lead the efforts to cure these ills." That's the news at this time, guys. Bye.